Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of human resource class. Got the first week through here. I got this picture here, St. Louis, because that's where I'm at. But anyway, this is a small class, so one of the things, there's like 5 or 6 of you in this class, but one of the things that has really jumped out at me right away here is there's several of you who are not active in the class. Um, well, there's a few of you that are in there. First week discussion, very good. Those of you that are in there, you've been doing real good interaction. That's good. Rest of you, we need to get you in there. And although we say watching these videos are not required, it's a good idea to watch them. And you know, because you get, there's little bits of information you might get. It might help keep you involved and so forth. But we really need to, those of you that are not involved, you need to get in here because we're in week 2 already, and so you're a week behind, and just don't want to be, having problems with that. So, because it's your time, you're paying for school, and if all you're doing is cramming on a Sunday night or something to get stuff done, you're not learning anything. And so that's that part. Okay, so I'm going to jump real quick. Week 1 review, not much to review because the discussion, like I said, real good. Homeworks, haven't seen any yet, so there again, that's my other concern. Can't go over the homework if we haven't done it yet. So that's that part. So I'm going to jump up here to week 2. Week 2, there's like a lot of chapters. There's like, I believe it's 5 chapters. Let me make sure here. 4 chapters. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's the other reason you can't be falling behind, because if you fall behind, then you're playing catch up. Um, but real quick, chapter 5 covers just the planning human resource. Human resources as an industry. If any of you are planning on getting into human resource management and plan, as a career, very interesting career, lots of stuff going on with it. So, years ago, there was no such thing as human resources. You just hired somebody and paid them, and that was it. Today, there's a whole lot more that goes into it. Getting people in there, acquiring them, rewarding, developing, management, lots of things going on there. So that's why it's important to, understand it. Chapter 6 has to do with job analysis and design. So again, hey, you're running a company or you're working for somebody, and you need to hire a mechanic, or you need to hire a medical technician. Okay, what does that mean? It's more than just, oh, let's hire somebody. Same thing with even, all jobs. And some people have these connotations about, oh, they're simple jobs, not necessarily. A dishwasher, you got to make sure the person knows how to wash a dish. I tell a little story from my domino years where, and I learned a lesson. We hire people. We like to be drivers and phone people and pizza makers, and we train them on different things, but we never trained on how to wash a dish. It just never occurred. But one of my stories is, I'm sure you're all familiar with what they call the pan pizzas. They're cooked in those pans. And there's a seasoning thing that goes on with pans. That's why when you see when you're in a pizza place, you got these black pans. They're burnt. But there's a reason for that. It has to do with the science of pizza. So, but anyway, late in the night, one night, send a new person back, go wash the dishes, and hadn't seen the person in quite a while. And so I went back there to check on him, and sure enough, he was doing the dishes. He had one of those pans, and it was silver. He cleaned it. And again, didn't even occur, that, so there's a lot of things that go into job design. And believe it or not, there's even instructions on how to wash a dish. So that's why I just ramble about that part. So, but anyway, there you go. And then chapter 7 and 8 are kind of interrelated because it has to do with recruiting. Whoops. It has to do with recruitment. And then chapter 8 has to do with selecting effective people. So both chapters, they kind of interrelate, but recruiting is important. There's a lot that goes into it. It ain't just, oh, put a sign up on the window. And then that also relates into the effect, selecting effective employees. You gotta, one of the things about job hunting, and some of us sometimes in our lives, we have to take what we can get as far as a job we want, and it's a temporary job till you move to something else. But one of the goals for everybody should be to find a job that you actually want to do. Um, and so that's part of selecting effective employees. If you're doing the hiring, you want to find somebody that's going to want to be there. Um, regardless of what kind of job it is. You can always tell the difference. And I use fast food just because of my background with, pizza and things like that. But even a fast food place, you can walk into one place and see the environment there and how it's just a job. They're not very courteous. They're not efficient, effective. You walk into another one, same chain, and it's like, they love being there. It's the environment, it's the type of people. Yeah, maybe, even though most of them are not there for a career, they're there for a few years because they're doing school or it's a part-time job or whatever. But it's the environment, and so that's where you as a manager have to figure out how to get those people and groom those people to where, people, they like being there and the customers like being there too. So anyway, so there you go. There's more. So that's more of that part there. Let me jump up to the homework. So the week 2 homework, again, make sure you scroll down here on these when you see that. So you got the questions for review, the chapter. Oops, let me jump up here. All right, even number questions. All right, for the 4 chapters. Okay, so that's the homework. And don't forget you do have a research project, and due in week 4. And so for the most part, okay, so that's it for this week. So I'll try and keep this as short as I can. But again, I encourage everybody to watch the videos in case there's something I tell you about. I also always do my little test question for my videos. Make sure people don't fib to me about watching it. And I usually put a picture up or something. So one of the things to pay attention on this test question is that right there, and this fella right here. This is somebody you probably know right now, and that was it. So I just when you do reply in the discussion, just mention mention that, and that way I know you actually watched it. So all right, everybody. Again, let's get caught up, so you're not playing catch up. And if you got any questions ever, inbox. The Canvas message system is working very good. If you do need to call or text, I got my number there. So, all right, and with that, we will call it, and wish everybody have a great week, and get in touch if you need anything. Take care.